Melissa, it is good to see you. Hello, you guys. You have been experimenting with some brand new stuff, and I want to talk about it.
Okay.
Because you look fantastic, and the mask is totally new. How do you like wearing the mask?
Well, this mask is actually an older design, but it's my main profile image. But the thing is, it's what people know as Lumecluster. So I thought, I'm gonna come in as the Lumecluster, my own superhero in my own head. So
that's awesome.
This is how I'd want to look.
So talk to me about the prototyping of the full arms with the shoulders and everything.
Yeah. So the full arms. Oh, you've seen the Phoenix gauntlets before.
I have. They're magnificent.
And so they're meant to be versatile and modular and everything. So the idea with the arm harnesses is it's supposed to be the same thing.
Okay.
But this is a test prototype. Stress testing it at New York Comic Con.
Okay. These are larger pieces than you're moving into a bigger scale for the molding and casting, aren't you?
Yeah, so this is 3D printed for now.
Okay.
Before I go into that, because after the past 2 days, there has to be changes.
Right, so you're troubleshooting the actual the arrangement in the 3D print, and then you'll fix that before you go to molding. Oh my God, you've done the inside of the elbows, you mad woman.
Yeah, but you saw it last year, it's better than last year.
Oh my God.
And the finish, everything, the design, I scrapped last year's cosplay. If you remember, the Full Metal Alchemist cosplay that I did was my first one.
Yeah.
But the arm was really rough. So I scrapped it and started over. And then I redid it. And now you have the two. It's got spalders and pauldrons.
Amazing.
And I wanted to see if I could do the same thing with what I did with the gauntlets.
Right.
And so Megan Dellario, she's Megan Dellario of Dellario Designs. She and I both care about modular, versatile design. She loves that in apparel. I love that in armor. So what we wanted to do...
Like a match made in heaven.
Exactly. What we wanted to do was see if we could find different ways to use what we love, which is apparel. She loves blazers, outerwear. I love armor. And if we could come out of this with a few designs in our favorite items. Mine is arm harnesses and gauntlets are my favorite armor components. Hers are blazers and outerwear. So we want to see if we can create new looks and take it beyond just costume and cosplay, of course. So for her, she actually is wearing her own custom-made Alita-inspired jacket.
It's fantastic. It's a lovely jacket, and I love the lines.
Thank you. It's also knit.
Oh, really? Oh, so that's really nice. It moves really well.
And as you can see, my favorite things are gauntlets and arm harnesses. So the big test here is, can I do the same thing that I was, working towards with the gauntlets and the Phoenix gauntlets and the Phoenix arm harness? We'll still have to see.
What are some of the things you're determining now that are surprising you about the mechanics of the full arm?
What I think is interesting is with like real suit of armor, which you study a lot, they are all woven into a gambeson. But if I'm going to do this on everyday wear, how do you do it without damaging the article of clothing?
Right.
How do you do it that's reasonable for people to find ways to combine it that don't look kind of ridiculous or over the top? What are the proper attachments? So I want to understand how the arm harness works, but I also need to change it for it to be much more close-fitted, because I'm sure you know, arm harnesses aren't this tight, this close-fitting.
No, they got to fit chainmail and the gambeson.
Everything.
Yeah.
So I'm taking all that out. How do you make it so it doesn't pinch? How do you make it so it's comfortable? But what can you do? This is much bigger than a gauntlet, so how can I break this down in a way that's reasonable for costume and maybe fashion or just for fun?
So when you say that these are modular, are there plans to add features to the blazer?
That's up to her. Well, for her, like, she made this jacket herself because it's what she loved. I love it that people have worn my armor with like bomber jackets, motorcycle jackets, their own sweaters, and that's what I want people to do is have fun with that. And just be free and use my armor for what they want, just like we want to combine our jackets in ways that are up to our imagination. We want to look our own way.
This is what I love about you guys, is that you're making this leap of, no, this can totally be fashion. Because there are bits of cosplay that I wear out on the street that are like, they're good enough, and they're fit enough and comfy enough where I'm like, I'm just gonna wear Captain America's jacket out today. So what's next?
So what's next is we want to show you completely different outfits by the end of this.
By the end of this
video,
sequence? Okay, so where do we start?
Well, I'll start by actually like revealing my face, because I don't know if you'll remember what I look like.
Hello again, old friend. Does it, it kicks your voice back to your ears and makes it sound a little louder?
A little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, so this is a flexible mask.
Oh, it's so beautiful.
Because, I started in masks before I went into armor. And so this is one of my very first mask designs back in 2014, but it still has its use. It goes really well with the armor.
Yeah.
But A little bit harder everyday wear.
Just
a little bit
tad.
harder.
People, they get upset at the deli when you're trying
Yeah,
to.
a little bit. They get a little creeped out.
would
I'm
imagine.
sad. Yeah. But from there, I will start taking things apart. And what I'll do is we'll apply it to her to see how we can put the fashion armor together.
I love it.
But I'll also show you how I changed my arm. So by the end, I'll also be Alita.
Okay.
So,
All right. Shall I put this down?
Yes.
Okay.
We'll be two Alitas. And what I'll do is I'll start by at least making it a little easier on myself, if we can take this off. Do my thing. So first, well, you see, this is a diadem, but the diadem is also on my shoulder.
Oh, nice. Just, okay, talk about modularity.
So this can also be worn as a face mask. So some people have liked wearing it on the face, but I'm not so crazy about that. But this, let's do a simpler pauldron design.
All right.
But I also use it to attach it to the armor with bobby pins.
Oh, the
So you see
gorget
this?
is amazing.
Oh, right. I'm wearing a gorget,
It's gorgeous.
which Megan found out you can also wear as a crown.
Last night, I was just
And so you see, this is much more gothic, much more historically inspired armor, but this made it very fantasy.
Right, right.
So I like having that freedom too. I'm learning how to make connections a little more convenient for my customers.
Right.
So that's what I'm testing at New York Comic Con, and see how I can hold on to them, like make them strong or easy to use. But this is, pauldron.
That's great.
So if you can also hold that.
Okay, I'm your vassal. Yes.
So-
oh, look, it's magnets.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
So it's also articulated. I'm still working on that too, but it's also a much tighter fit. As
Yeah.
you know, pauldrons aren't this small. So you can see this is also articulated. It's actually based on Helmschmidt's armor. I think it's the A20 armor.
With
so-
the super long toes.
I think so, but it has very beautiful fluting, and I want to bring that in a little bit. So
That's
there's
really
that.
great.
So again, much
Okay.
more historical. And then you see here is a spalder,
Yeah.
which you notice fit right on top.
Yeah, and it
So
meshes
if you can
perfect.
take this off, you can see my gorget. And if you don't mind taking off my gorget,
Not at all. Got it.
thank you. Yeah, she likes to wear that as a little.
no, it's like this.
Yes, there you go. My queen. This was what I did yesterday. I went around the convention as Alita.
It's awesome.
So the nice thing is all I needed was just fewer items.
A few small changes.
And I mean, you think about this one fit right over, but
Yeah,
right
yeah.
here.
Oh, that's
So
fabulous.
I was able to go around. This is how I made sure every time
Yep.
someone pulled on my arm, they slammed into it with their bags. I have an abrasion-resistant coating, so if you notice, the finish is a lot better.
The finish is fabulous, and again, so super flexible, and
People
I love the
ran into it, scraped it, and then didn't get a scratch.
nothing.
So
Also, the inside feels very comfortable against the skin.
Yeah.
It seems like,
Yeah.
and you've got some satin in here for
Yeah.
extra.
So it just rotates. It's a good pivot.
It's great.
And so we have that look, simple Alita look,
Mm-hmm.
but I can go one step more. Let's
Let's do it.
change this Alita and make a new Alita.
Okay.
Oh,
This is like bugs.
What I love about these spalders, it's so satisfying.
Oh wow, that is totally satisfying. You're right.
So it's actually got the rivets in there, in the leather.
Oh, such tiny little rivets.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Jewelry rivets.
And magnets again.
Yeah. So we have Alita here, but
Mm-hmm.
apparently in the manga there can be many Alitas, and she has many different bodies.
Awesome.
So she loves
Lots
Alita.
of room to
Let's
move.
see if we can take these original designs and make something that's a little more familiar.
I see. So putting these stuff back on.
Yeah. So
All
this
right.
was my right shoulder, left shoulder, right.
It is helpful that
And
you
it
guys
just
are about the
stuck on
same
her shoulder.
size.
And it's flexible too, but
Right.
I want to be able to make it a lot more versatile and allow more adjustability for many different body sizes and
Yeah.
shapes.
That's amazing how quickly that just like looks perfect. Oh,
So what I love about this is that you're able to just rotate it without worrying about it, but there are no scratches.
it's great.
Work in progress.
No scratches is really intense.
So this way your shoulders still move rather naturally. Because I feel like a lot of people are very stiff and they can't move without it being a little awkward, but
You're giving them all the possible movement they could get out of that. I feel like this is like 20 years from now, we'll look at this and be like, yeah, Melissa had this vision way back then. And like everyone's wearing armor.
So now you see here,
Oh, again, so the bobby pins allow a really easy, comfortable,
Close fit.
mechanical fit.
How does that
oh,
look?
that looks great.
Does it?
Yeah, that actually looks terrific.
It's the first time I'm trying it today.
You guys are having fun.
Yeah.
And like, not only does that show, but the product you're making is so amazing.
Yeah. I love
And
that jacket.
I love this bridge you're making between like high, lovely fashion and cosplay. And feels comfortable to wear and also looks totally badass. Like it's the trick, right? Because you put on a cosplay costume and you feel badass, but you're super uncomfortable and you're sweating balls and it's awful. You are like burning this brand new ground.
Yeah. Now we have 2 different designs again. We split it up, but you know, she I hope still feels like an Alita. She kind of has the robot elements. She has her blazer, her jacket that she custom made, but she can still wear it outside or inside, and you
Yeah.
still get the idea.
Fabulous.
And I guess you could still say I'm kind of an Alita, or maybe another cyborg in that world.
Yeah.
Because I feel like maybe I got some modifications. I chopped off my arm.
it's totally accurate.
If you want to get really dark about
Want
it, sure.
2/3 of it, not the whole arm. Maybe I can try a Keanu Reeves cyberpunk cosplay.
Yep,
I just need
absolutely.
sunglasses, split my hair down the middle.
I am always inspired by your ambition in exploring this, and you're always going in ways that are new and really amazing. It makes me want to get to work. That's the highest compliment I can pay.
Yeah, and I think it's because I see a lot of other people doing amazing things, and I want to try to do my part and share what I learn on the way, and hopefully other people get a little excited about what I make the way I'm excited about what other people make.
I think they will. Thank
Yeah.
you so much for showing it. This is just magnificent.
Yeah. Yay!
Yeah.
It worked.